Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001! Because between you and me, they're way past cool!
Hello my friends, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a custom commission for Sparklewolf404, Lumina Flowlight. Yes, Lumina Flowlight. Okay, I know a lot of my audience skews kinda young, and it has been close to 20 years, but there were 3 Sonic games released for the Dreamcast. The famous ones, of course, are the 2 Sonic Adventure titles, but in between them came Sonic Shuffle. If I'm being honest, it's basically a Mario Party clone. But it was a pretty good Mario Party clone. It had a pretty epic story with characters. Like, I think that's the thing you had over Mario Party, because Mario Party didn't really have a serious save-the-world plot or anything. It's just, hey, let's all play a board game together. Like, this one is like, the world of dreams is in peril, and we must reassemble the precious stone, or else nobody will ever have pleasant dreams ever again. You know, and it turned out that the bad guy was actually just the other side of the good guy, and, you know, there's a whole thing about karmic balance and everything. And of course, the helper character introduced in that game, Lumina Flowlight, this cute little pink fairy thing. Sadly, Sonic Shuffle was, not all that popular compared to the other 2 Sonic games, and as far as I'm aware, they haven't really referenced it in any more recent titles, which is kind of upsetting. Really, the only thing I could think of that would be a reference to Lumina was Cosmo the Seedrian's resemblance to her from the Sonic X anime. That's basically it. I don't know how many of you have been watching me this long, but I'm sure there are some of you out there like, Wake Angel, didn't you make a Lumina Flowlight figures for Sparklewolf404 like a long time ago? The answer to that is, of course, yes. But the thing is, I made that back before Mega Construx made female figures that had elbow and knee joints. It was one of the Skylanders Mega Construx figures. Like, wow, it was made so long ago that Skylanders was still relevant. How about that? But yes, nowadays we have better base figures to use, and I have access to my 3D printer to make better parts. So, huzzah! Alright, so let's get into this. The base figure is, of course, the Mega Construx Dr. Halsey, because, she's a pretty nice blank base buck for a female character. And, I use her to make female Sonic figures all the time. And this time, I wouldn't be putting on a huge head and feet to make the figure taller, so it would actually fit in with the aesthetic of Lumina being a fairy. She's small compared to everybody else. Now, the thing is, Lumina Flowlight was only in one game. That game came out way back in the Dreamcast era, so the 3D model from it would be too blocky and pixelated to actually use to make a toy. And as far as I'm aware, no one's really done any fan-made models more recently that look better. Like, what I've seen other people do with other Sonic characters. I guess he was just a little bit too obscure, which is a little sad, but whatever. So I used the 3D model for Amy Rose's head and printed it in a reduced size. Here it is next to my Amy Rouge figure, so you can get a quick comparison to what the head is. And then I modified this head into Lumina's. So, I just had to shave the ears off, cut down the spines, remove her nose, and then sculpt on some new things, like her little hair points, the little curly sideburns that she has, change the back of her hair to look like that little helmety swoosh thing that she has going on with hers. And, of course, the very delicate paint job of putting in her human eyes. Actually, this is a lot like what I did when I turned Amy Rose's head into Cosmos. Like, it's really, like, almost the exact same process. Only difference is that where Cosmos' flower thingies are on the sides of her head, Lumina's are more towards the top of them. Which, coincidentally, goes into where Amy's actual ears went. Isn't that funny? And I didn't want to have those little C-clamp things that because they look kind of bland as hands. So I also took Rouge the Bat's hands and printed them at a smaller scale so that they would actually fit onto the arms and do the whole Lumina hand thing. Now, I would not have been able to do this with my old printer. This is only possible thanks to my new 3D printer. Huzzah! So like I said, this figure didn't need new feet, so all I had to do was sculpt over the Mega Construct's feet to make the shape of Cosmo's little ballet shoe thing that she has going on. And some light modifications to the body, mostly that, you know, that mark on her chest is kind of shaped like a harp. Yeah, it looks a little bit like a harp, except that the strings are covered with that giant gem thing. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a reference to the fact that Illumina, the goddess of dreams in that universe, had a big old harp that she played. And, I don't know, spoiler alert for Sonic Shuffle, but it turns out that Lumina Flowlight and Void were each two halves of the same whole. When they realized what have to be done, it's not that Void needed to be exorcised, it's that he and Lumina had to fuse back together again to become the goddess Illumina. Yeah, because, you know, it turns out that the darkness of dreams is, you know, part of the thing that helps people grow and change and confront their fears, you know? If you never had those, then, you know, you never grow as a person. You know, we become stronger by overcoming adversity. You know, that was the big moral lesson of Sonic Shuffle. Okay, so, her hands are little and tiny, but I did sculpt the little rings. Those are hand sculpted, and her wrist swivels do still work, so, you know, go me, I'm awesome. And her wings are made out of craft foam, a material that allows me to make something long and thin without having to worry about it snapping. Huzzah. Alright, so with all that, let's just take a look at the completed Lumina Flowlight figure, and there she is. Normally I like to shave down the head of the actual figure so that I can put it inside and use the actual ball joint. Unfortunately, this head was just too small for that. I couldn't shave away enough material around the head and still have it be a ball joint, so I just drilled a smaller hole into the bottom of the head to actually just sit on the neck. So that's how this had to go. So yeah, Lumina Flowlight, and this one has much better articulation than the previous one. So, that's all well and good. Thank you all for watching the video, and I will have quite a few more custom figures coming up because I have at least 3 that are really close to completion, and a 4th one that's pretty well along the way. So, yeah, look forward to more stuff coming in this month. This is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.